Random, a treacherous frontier. These are the voyages of the channel Downsize It. Its continuing mission, to explore strange new genres, to seek out new games and new player communities, to boldly go where no nerd has gone before.
Greetings, my name is Ben, aka Downsize It, and I am here with Social General Rob for the first mission of the Into the Unknown campaign, Beyond the Halls of the Prophets. And I want to give you guys a spoiler alert. If you guys don't want to know the contents of the campaign and experience it for the first time yourself when you get the game, don't watch, because this will be spoiling the campaign missions. So if that's something you care about, stop watching, or come back and watch it later once you've played through it. So, this is not a continuation from the Learn to Play game as far as storyline-wise, but it is a continuation as far as introducing more rules to the game. So I'm going to talk about that here real quick. Some of the new rules that are being added to this mission that we can use. We now have Commodores in our task force, and that gives us access to the Commodore action, which allows, basically, a Commodore can use a priority action to tell another ship in their task force at, I think it's at comms range, to activate, and the Commodore can use their skills instead, which is pretty cool. Then also we have now advanced impulse maneuvers. So in the Learn to Play, we could only go forward or spin on the spot. Now we can go backwards and side to side. So a lot more movement potential in this game now. We can also now launch probes. The only ship in this mission that can launch probes is the Galaxy class. Jem'Hadar ships can't do it. Naturally, they have to purchase the probe upgrade, which we can't do at this time. But the Jem'Hadar now gain access to ramming. So the Jem'Hadar fighter can ram naturally as an action if they want to, when they're at a certain hull damage. And then if a special damage card is drawn for the battle cruiser can attempt to ram as well. For those that watch Deep Space Nine, in the first major engagement with the Jem'Hadar, the USS Odyssey was destroyed because a fighter rammed into its deflector dish and destroyed it while it was trying to escape. So, cool that they have these thematic elements.
Yeah.
Things that are still not allowed and not introduced: we cannot transport, we cannot launch shuttles, we cannot form teams. And we are also not doing the hailing phase because we're not doing our diplomacy directive yet. We're still only doing combat directives in this first mission of the campaign.
Right.
Okay, so coming up next, I'm going to go over basically what the mission is, the story mission. I'll be doing that in like a narrative way. And then I will discuss basically our fleet composition, our beginning officers that Rob and I both started with, and how we assign them to our ships initially on the table. So which ship has which officer, etc. So that'll be coming up next, and then after that will be the first round where the Federation have priority, and therefore the Dominion currently have the influence on the influence track.
Hopefully the AI doesn't mess up.
Yep, no AI. Rob has no excuses this time.
Nope, there's no excuses.
Yeah, no excuses for Rob this time.
The recent discovery of the Bajoran wormhole has connected the Alpha and Gamma quadrants for the first time. For Bajor, this revelation by the prophets is a chance to move beyond the brutal Cardassian occupation and peacefully found a new colony in the Gamma Quadrant. But all communications with New Bajor have abruptly ceased, and nearby Federation citizens have disappeared. This seemingly confirms reports of a military power known as the Dominion, which controls the Gamma Quadrant. With little direct intel, Starfleet is sending a task force beyond the wormhole to investigate. They have no desire to provoke an incident, but they are totally unprepared to confront the Jem'Hadar soldiers who fiercely guard the territory of the Gamma Quadrant's hidden rulers. Each side's fleet prioritizes investigating their own planets, but interfering with the opposition may prove strategic. The Federation has not fully charted this sector, and prior to the opening of the Bajoran wormhole, it held little interest for the Dominion as well. The relationship between the Dominion and Federation is still in flux, as each great power eyes the other warily. For the overture for Beyond the Halls of the Prophets, we will be setting up in a trinary star system. That means we have, or a trinary sector, I should say, which means we have 3 systems in the sector to explore. Both sides, as you can see on the map here, will be in the calm phase of their combat directive. We have 6 objectives, 3 Federation, 3 Dominion, and these represent Federation colony worlds and Dominion client worlds. And the mission action is to do planetary scans on these, and that can be done from an instrument station or by a space unit, which I believe this will allow probes to do it as well. And essentially checking in on the population of those planets for the Federation and the Dominion, interrogating the population to find out more about this new upstart civilization called the Federation encroaching on their territory. There is also several random anomalies that will have random effects listed here in the uncharted hazards table. And you can take a special action either from an instrument station, weapon station, or tactical station, or a probe to scan an anomaly to reveal it before you run over it, or reveal it during the hazard phase. For priority, the Federation starts with priority, so therefore the Dominion will have influence on an influence track that looks like this. For Corps officers, we are provided a set of Corps officers, Rob and I both, and no points limit. We are able to start with the ones that they provide, and we also can then place them ourselves on our ships. For the Federation, the Corps starting officers are the Intrepid Captain, Daring First Officer, Scholarly Doctor, Redoubtable Engineer, and Vigilant Security Chief. And the Federation gets 2 copies of the Reliable Commander Line Officer, 1 for each ship. For the Dominion, they have the Founder, Vorta Diplomat, Jem'Hadar First, Jem'Hadar Second, and Karema Researcher, and 2 copies of their line officer, Vorta Supervisor. My initial starting officer placement: on the Galaxy class, I have the Intrepid Captain in the Captain's Chair, who is also my Commodore, Daring First Officer at the helm, Redoubtable Engineer at Instruments, and Reliable Commander at Tactical. For my Defiant class, I have Reliable Commander in the Captain's Chair, Vigilant Security Chief in the helm, and Scholarly Doctor at Instruments. For the Dominion, Rob placed the Founder in the Captain's Chair on the Battlecruiser, and that is his Commodore, Vorta Supervisor at the helm, Karema Researcher at Instruments, and Jem'Hadar First at Tactical. And for the Fighter, Vorta Diplomat at the Captain's Chair, Vorta Supervisor at the helm, and Jem'Hadar Second at Tactical. And as you can see on the map, there is no deployment area. We have our ships preset per mission rules. And as a reminder, when reading a map like this, each square is 2 inches, and that allows you to get more precise measurements for game setup.
So coming up next will be the priority phase of round 1, where the Federation player has priority.
Okay, start of round 1. Federation player has priority. Dominion has influence. Just a quick overview of my ship setups. In green, alert status. And I'm going to show you Rob's ship setups. Like so. And then here we have the board. The Dominion coming into their system that they own. This is a backwater system. They don't usually come here, but they've heard rumors of strange aliens and maybe in other powers that are in the system now that are getting in their control. So they're going to be checking out their client systems, client planets, here in the yellow. Whereas the Federation has lost contact with New Bejor and several other colonies. So they've sent a task force to investigate. And they are trying to check on these colony planets in these 3 different systems. And detecting on sensors strange ships that they've never detected before, unidentified sensor contacts. Both sides have green status, level 1 on all of their ships, and also calm on their combat directives. So currently no hostilities, but we'll see how things progress as both of these galactic civilizations encounter each other for the first time. Okay, we're going to start with my reliable commander on my Defiant class ship. And it is, we're going to engage warp. So she has the skills needed, so it's only going to cost me 1. And, I need to switch myself back to green alert status 1. So I can do my maximum warp 9 of 18 inches if I wish, which I probably do a good portion of that. I'm going to pass over this anomaly at warp speed, so I'm going to reveal it as I pass through it, so hopefully it's not thing too bad. Oh. But we'll see as we fly by it. So guys, when you're doing warp speed and you pass over an anomaly, when you go at warp speed, you have to stop, reveal the anomaly, and see what happens as you pass over it. So you're going to, so we're going to basically hit the anomaly. Let's see what it is first. Oh, gosh dang it. Everything messing up already. This is anomaly 3. So anomaly 3 is going to be a minor nebula is there. Okay, so let me grab a minor nebula. And minor nebulas are obscuring. So obscuring is if you're at 2 inches of an anomaly, your evasion is increased by 1, but your sensors and comms are also reduced to a maximum of 2 inches. So we have a minor nebula near this system here. Well, I'm going to keep going as we are warping through, and also this is going to help me score one of my strategic goals because I just revealed anomaly. So it's up to 12 so far. I can go up to 18, which I think I want to do maximum warp. Basically, we are maximum warping into this system, even though it's potentially danger close to these unknown contacts up there. They're trying to get to this Federation colony because we want to scan it and find out what has happened to them. So maximum warp, warp 9, 18 inches. There's the Defiant warping through.
Alright, up first is the Jemadar fighter. And it is warping into this strange sector with some unknowns in it, and it's picking up a blip, I guess, on the radar. As you can hear the clack-ons going off in the background. So, we're going to warp in, going at...
Well, who are you committing?
I'm sorry. I'm committing Vorta Diplomat to activate the warp.
And that costs him 1 energy.
Yep.
So down to 5.
And he's going to come right on in, and he's...
How fast are you going?
Looks like I can go 10, if I'm reading that right.
Well, no. Maximum warp.
Sorry, wrong thing. I'm reading there's too many things in here.
So maximum warp is 8, and then you look at your engine power to see if you can meet that, which you can.
Yep.
So you can go up to 16 inches.
16. I might go 16 though. So let's see what 16 would look like. I think I could reach.
Well, 16 you'd ram me, which you can't do.
Oh, no. Well, I was trying to go around you, but I don't know if I can.
No, you're going. Remember, you're going straight
Yep.
at warp. So if you just went straight at your maximum warp, you would hit me and have to go back to where you don't hit me. And first, you're going to cross over that anomaly, and we're going to reveal that.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to cross over the anomaly. I'm going to try to get up to, and I cannot see the numbers from here, but write the number right before your token there.
Up here?
Yeah, right about there.
Well, first, we go to the anomaly.
Yep.
Because we're going to cross over it.
Yep, like I said, I want to try, so.
It's a 7.
Okay, let's see what number 7 is.
So a 7
I don't think I like that.
is you found a strange relic.
Oh.
So you need to test your science stat plus biology. So it'll just be your science stat because you didn't do this like through a discovery, you just accidentally hit this.
Right.
So 2 intuition dice.
Yeah. Is it a sense check?
And you get to re-roll equal to your instrument rating. What's your instrument rating? Green?
Green. 1.
Okay, so 1 re-roll. Need 2 successes.
Oh,
Nothing
jeez.
so far. You can attempt to... I'm assuming you want to re-roll, so you get a double?
1, yeah.
No double.
No.
So, the test failed. So since the test failed, you gain 2 peril.
Great.
2 peril. Dun dun dun. And I believe since this just gets removed because it's not an actual anomaly object that stays there. Yep, you remove it or replace it if there's phenomena. It's not phenomena, it's a relic.
Yep.
And you failed to capture it.
No, we want that piece.
Alright, so now you can continue going at warp.
Yep. Continue going forward to the... right about there. Yep.
Okay. Alright. Well, my next action... I think I'm going to go ahead and do a scan of the planet, because I believe I'm in sensors range. And this scan, folks, is planetary scan at the instruments station. And I'm going to be scanning with my science plus logic. The Defiant's not exactly good for this, but because it's a combat ship, not a science ship. Now we are going to go ahead and try. Because I get 2 rerolls, because my instrument rating is 2. So yeah, we'll give it a shot. So I'm going to spend my scholarly doctor to do this test at the instrument station on my Defiant class. And I'll get 2 dice, and the difficulty is increased by 1, because an opposing unit is nearby. Alright. So, I need 3.
3.
And I get 2 rerolls, so basically I need to double on the dice.
Okay.
Nope. No. Let's see if anything bad happens when I fail. Nothing bad happens when I failed. I do have an analyze, but I'd have to be at 2 inches, and I'm not at 2 inches to spend the analyze. So, failed test, unfortunately. Okay, so for my next priority action, I'm going to commit my daring first officer at the instruments panel. He has both required skills of social and technical to launch a Class 1 probe. Well, this is going to help me spread out my surveying abilities. It's launched just like a torpedo. and I'm going to give it an endurance of 3 because that's the maximum endurance I can give it. And also this is going to give me, this is one of my campaign strategic goals, is to launch probes and scan things with probes. So that's why I'm wanting to do that.
All right. So the battle cruiser is warping in next. The Founder, I'm using the Founder, spending 1 energy. And then she's going to warp, just as warp straight ahead. So she's going to be running over an anomaly first.
Yep.
So let's see what happens there.
So I'm going to cross that anomaly first. It's number 5.
Number 5. 5 is alive.
5 is a fluctuating star, which is treacherous.
Doesn't sound like 5 is alive.
It's treacherous 2, which
Something
that is
different.
actually not good.
No.
So as you cross it at a warp maneuver, you have to immediately resolve an ops plus navigation.
Okay, ops plus
So-
navigation.
As you cross this fluctuating star.
Is...
So first, let's see if the one who's leading this action. I think you can do this, but she does not have navigation, so she doesn't get any benefit to that.
No.
So ops, it's you get 4 dice.
Well,
You can reroll equal to your instrument rating. What's your instrument rating?
that is the... Which one is that?
Green.
Green on the right.
So 2.
2.
Alright, and you need to get 2 successes to avoid having bad things happen.
Now, if I have somebody in the instruments that has navigation, does that do anything or not?
I don't think you can... I think it has to be the person that's involved. Like, this is an interrupt test.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I don't know how that works, since it's an interrupt. Since it's part of you warping across and the warping action is being done by the Founder, I think it has to be the Founder's skills
Okay.
that we're relying on.
All
I
right.
think.
Well,
I could be wrong, guys. Let me know if you think that's different. So, but I think it has to be, since it's an interrupt, it's whoever is actually activating the action has to do the test.
all right. So I get 2 rolls with...
Yep, 4 dice, 4 intuition dice.
And I get a 2
rolls.
I get 2.
What?
Its difficulty was a
2.
2. Okay.
All right, so you made it. You got 3 successes. One of them a breakthrough with an analyze. So with a success,
Hey, does anything help me at all? Do anything?
you get to keep going.
That's good.
You add 2 peril,
Right.
and for each breakthrough that you have, you can remove 1 peril.
All right. Then I'm going to blank 1. I'm going to re-roll.
Okay?
The analyze does not help me.
No, analyze does not help you.
Okay. The blank 1 and the analyze I'll re-roll.
Okay, so you can get another breakthrough to cancel all the peril. You do.
I did.
So, no peril.
No
So
peril.
pass by
Good.
this fluctuating star,
Good.
no problem.
Yeah, we've seen it before. We've been around long enough. All right.
Okay, and then keep moving along. You said you wanted to be 2 inches away.
Yes. Ooh, I can't have to go further, do I? Because I'm on that
You can-
star.
What? Oh yeah, you have to clear the star.
Star, yeah.
Yep, on the back end. So you
There
have
you
to
go.
go about there.
That's fine.
Okay, and then I need to give you a System 2 marker.
Okay.
FYI guys, I gave the, he's basically stopping short, 2 inches short, of this Federation colony. And I gave a System 3 markers to the Defiant class and the Jem'Hadar fighter off camera because I forgot to do that. But, so this battle cruiser is in System 2. Okay, for my Galaxy class, my Intrepid Captain is going to, yeah, we'll just try it out. Because I want to try it out. So my Intrepid Captain is going to address the crew. Basically give a rousing speech. So, I need to test my command stat, which is currently a 4. I get to add diplomacy, and she has diplomacy 2, so 2 expertise dice. And I need 3 successes. And if I succeed, I get to inspire my unit. And, ooh, I did get 3 successes. Unfortunately, I was hoping to get 2 analyze so I could do a double inspire, but I didn't get it, because that's her special ability. But, that's alright. I got the successes I needed for this test. So the Federation's crew stat is going to go up by 1. or the Galaxy class's crew stat goes up by 1 because they are now inspired.
And that's what inspiration does.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're at maximum crew value and you inspire, they go up. If you're below if you're at starting crew value and you inspire them, they go up. If you're below starting and you inspire, they gain an advantage. And if they're at maximum level and you inspire, they gain an advantage.
Nice.
So,
just fly by 2 ships passing at night. All right. The Vorta Researcher is activating on the Jem'Hadar fighter.
Vorta Supervisor.
Supervisor, sorry, my bad. Vorta Supervisor. On the Jem'Hadar fighter, she's going to make it go impulse of 10 inches. She's bypassing the Defiant class and going straight for the home world, well, client world. And she just makes it.
Okay, so for my next priority action, I'm going to choose to pass based on where I am and kind of just overview where my officers are in their exhausted states. I don't want to spend any more because I'm only getting 3 officers back, and the officers you get back is for your entire task force, not per ship. So Rob, any more actions, or are you going to pass?
Nope, I only passing for the same reasons because I used 3 officers. So.
Okay, so priority phase is done. Now go to the standby phase. Rob is first player in the standby phase.
Okay.
And each ship can take 1 standby action, and then I'll do my probes action.
Okay, if I stand by doing an impulse move, I don't have to spend anything. I mean, hero.
No, but you have to spend the energy requirements.
Yeah, energy requirement. Okay. So I'm going to do the battle cruiser. And I'm going to.
So that'll cost you 2 energy.
Yep.
So you'll go down to 5.
It's fine.
You can go 9 inches. You can turn up to 2.
All right. Let's see what 9 looks like first, and then I'll decide if I need to turn or not. I want to go straight. Well, straight for now. Okay.
9 inches. Put you the middle of the ship there. So you'd have to stop short of the
probably
planet.
like 7 would be roughly.
Well, if you're just going straight, you can just say you want to stop short of the planet or whatever.
Stop short of the planet. Just make sure I don't hit the yellow planet. Because I don't think I can land on the yellow planet. That's a problem.
No.
So.
Just going to go straight?
Yeah. Let's see if it will work. If not, I'll have to click 1. Or half of 1.
Okay, so.
It looks like we're fine.
So like so?
Yep.
Okay.
Oops.
Gosh, dang it. Then, just to do the proper...
Yep.
Give you a standby token to show that you've done your standby action. For my next standby action, I'm going to do my Galaxy class, and I'm going to engage a warp maneuver. And this is going to cost me a lot of energy. It's going to cost me 3 energy, but that's fine. Because I didn't do it with my captain. I don't have any of I can't use the skills. Currently at maximum warp of 9, which I am going to do maximum warp of 9. So I'm going to go 18 inches. So I need to head towards this Federation planet, and I'll be crossing this anomaly as we go. We'll see what that is. Now we're going to basically warping into system number 1. And we'll hit this anomaly.
Oh, yep.
Actually, move this one. This anomaly is anomaly 1, which is a nebula. Already seen that before.
Oh.
A minor obscuring nebula. I was hoping for a relic. And I can just keep going with that. That doesn't stop me. Oh, where was I?
Oh, shoot.
Well, it was about there.
Yeah.
So keep warping forward. And I have to stop before I hit the planet. We're just going to warp right up to the planet. To begin our scanning next round.
Yep.
So that is where Galaxy class ended up. In another obscuring anomaly. Unfortunately, no relic. Alright, your standby for your Jem'Hadar fighter, if you want to do anything.
What's the target for scanning on that, my own friendly thing?
For the planet? Well, you're not using people, remember?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
This is a standby action.
Yeah.
So you test your science stat, and you can re-roll your instrument rating. Plus, which, by the way, mission design error.
Oh.
Just letting people know. This planetary scan is you test science plus logic. None of your starting officers you get have the logic skill.
Right.
So it's impossible to add logic. Including on the Federation side, no one has logic. So
Oh, you need
I think
Spock.
that was a little bit of a mess up, I think, by...
We'll
let's see if my Defiance and sensor range, see if I'm going to be messing you up. Which I don't think so. My sensor's range is only 2 going backwards, so nope. So you need 2 successes, rolling your science stat, re-rolling your instrument rating.
The rating is 1. It's green, right?
All right.
So 1.
Yep. So 2 dice,
2
1
dice,
re-roll.
1 re-roll. Yep. And I
Need
need
2 successes. Well, you got the 2 successes.
Okay.
Let's see if you get anything special to
Yeah.
analyze. You do. So do you want to re-roll?
Yep. So if I
Well, actually, you need to be in 2 inches
oh,
to get the special ability, which you are not 2 inches, so it doesn't
oh,
matter if you get
doesn't
an
matter.
analyze.
All right. Then let's not waste
So,
time.
yeah,
All right.
so you succeed though.
Yeah.
So upon success, we remove it because this planet has now been scanned. It's your color,
Yep.
so you will get a victory token.
Oh,
And since it's not my color, it is not triggering a hostile act.
that's right.
You're scanning your own client system.
Well, that's what we're supposed to be here for. Checking out our own stuff
Yep.
first.
So 1 victory token to Rob. All right, and then for the Defiant class, I will also attempt to rescan. I'm going to try this action again. Science stat is only 2, unfortunately, just like you.
Yep.
But I get 2 rerolls, and you are no longer contesting me. So I only need a 2 now to succeed.
Yep.
See if I can do it as well. Got 1, then 2 times I can reroll this dice to try. Didn't need it.
Nope.
The breakthrough success doesn't give me any bonuses. That's fine though. So this Federation colony has been scanned, and I also gain a victory token. So coming up next will be the hazard phase, which no one is in range of any more hazards. There's actually only 2 left. They're in the deep space section of the board. So we'll go to the ready phase, and I'll do a recap of the ready phase when we come back at the start of round 2. Actually, we're not going to next round yet. Forget, end of the standby phase is my probe gets to activate. So a probe is not a torpedo, so they don't have the inertia keyword, so they're not forced to move. So I can choose to take an impulse action if I want, or I can choose to do, a mission action, which I am going to do a mission action, which is the scan anomaly. So the probe is going to attempt to scan the anomaly.
Wants to just
I think it can take the action. I'm going to play it that the probes can take the action because that's the point of having them.
Right, yeah.
So, guys, if you think I'm interpreting this wrong, just let me know. But I think the probe can take the action without having to have like a station attached to it.
But you should do it in raw one, or are you gonna do the?
What's that?
You can do the raw one, or you can use a. You can't use commander. That's right.
No, it has to be the probe. All right, so I'm going to do scan anomaly. I use the science stat plus navigation, so my probe does have a science of 2 and navigation 1, so I get an expertise dice.
Nice.
I get to reroll equal to my instrument rating. Its instrument rating is 3, so I get 3 rerolls.
Nice. What do you need?
And I need to get 3 successes. Yes.
Nice.
Glad I get it, so
Wow.
we'll just do full rerolls. Only 2 successes, unfortunately. Let's see if there's anything for failure. Nope. Let's see, did I get an analyze? Nope, I did not, so I don't get to move the influence track. All right. So I failed with that, unfortunately. So that's the probe's standby action. And I do not reduce its endurance. You only reduce endurance after a projectile has moved. So since it stayed put, it still has its 3 endurance. Okay, start of round 2. Rob now has priority. Just kind of go over the refresh phase, what I did. So on my Defiant class, I refreshed my reliable commander. I then moved my scholarly doctor to the cargo bay. I got 1 energy back based on my stat to a maximum of 6. Then I spent an energy in the cargo bay to ready my scholarly doctor, so back down to 5. And then on my galaxy class, I refreshed my daring first officer, intrepid captain, moved my redoubtable engineer to engineering, so I'll get 3 energy back. 1 from my stat, and 2 from her level 2 technical skill. Then Rob kept everybody where they were, and he got 1 energy back each, so they are both at 5 energy for the battlecruiser and the fighter. One quick thing I think I just realized that makes sense for the probe. These actions that have stations on them, it means that in the priority phase, if you have to activate an officer at that station to do the action.
Oh.
And then you get the officer's special ability. In the standby phase, you can take actions, and it doesn't matter if you have officers there or not. So I think that's why a probe can scan in the standby phase without having to worry about a station being available.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
I think that's how that works.
Because it works with the way it works.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So coming up next will be Rob's first action in his priority phase.
All right. Activating my Jem'Hadar fighter, and my Vorta supervisor will be activating at the helm, reducing impulse, and I'll be turning at, I believe I did 1 or 2 then.
About 1.5.
About 1.5. And I'm going right to the edge of the sector.
Basically, as far as it
Going
can go,
towards-
because you cannot cross the sector at impulse.
Right.
You have to stop if you hit it. So basically 12 inches from there. It's going to get you basically as maximum as you can be, which would roughly be about there.
Yep.
Bring the fighter back up. I'll just make sure you didn't cross, and I'll get you as far forward as you can go. So you are right at the edge of the system.
Okay.
And then you have to engage warp to go further. Okay, my Galaxy class is going to scan this planet. And I'm going to be utilizing... don't think it really matters since I don't have anybody with logic, so I think I'm just going to commit I'm going to move my reliable commander over to the instrument station and use my reliable commander to initiate this planetary scan. So I need to test my science rating, and I get to reroll via my instrument rating. So my science rating is a 4, and I have instrument rating 3, so 3 rerolls. I'm looking for 2 successes. And I'd love to get some analyze. There we go. I don't think multiple analyze matters. And just see. Excuse me.
Well, if a breakthrough matters,
Nope.
check out too.
Breakthrough does not matter.
Okay.
So just 1. It's alright, so I get a victory token. I'm also at 2 inches with an analyze. I'm going to spend that. So I will move the influence tracker over to my side. So the Federation now has the influence. Currently.
Alright. So on the Jem'Hadar battlecruiser, the researcher is going to be activating on the instruments and to basically take a look at and beam up our people over here or talk to them or whatever we gotta do.
So what's your science stat?
Science stat is wrong one I'm looking at. No, it's the right 3. And then
What's your instrument rating?
it is 2.
Okay, so
And then
3
she has
dice.
something I really should.
You don't have logic. So remember, nobody has logic.
I'm sorry.
Yep. Alright, need 2 successes. What you got?
Yep.
Um,
Now, analyze does help.
yep.
So we get 2 rerolls. I'm going to reroll just I'll reroll one of the, what do you call them? Yeah, one of those guys.
Nope. You get 1 more reroll.
I'll reroll double again.
No.
No.
Lots of successes.
Yeah,
So,
really successfully got them up here.
yes. Very
Okay.
successfully interrogated
Yes.
your population there, asking about these
We
Federation
had a
folks.
very good discussion with them. I don't know what you're talking about.
Discussion, I'm sure.
Yes, well, that's what it is. I don't know why. Just because our ships are pointy doesn't mean they were mean. Jeez.
Alright, so we are now tied 2 victory points to 2 victory points. Okay, so my Galaxy class is going to initiate an impulse maneuver. I'm going to move my daring first officer to the helm station and commit him, and he has the skill needed, so I only need to spend 1 energy to move. And we're going to go ahead and turn as well. We're going to do a turn and move. I can turn up to 2 and move to 9 and basically get to the edge of the system in preparation for warp speed, because I need to go. We have 1 more colony we need to check on. We're a little worried. A massive unknown signal is in orbit, and
We're just picking up our people. I don't know
the
what.
colonists are feeling a little nervous. So we're going to do maximum turn on the tool, 2 notches.
Do you guys have something against sharp-looking objects? I mean, just aerodynamic, that's all they are.
Uh-huh. Yep, all this propaganda.
Propaganda? No! Not propaganda, jeez.
So I'm basically going to move as far as I can before exiting the system. It'll be roughly there. I'll need to adjust once I get my large base there. I'll just adjust that to where I'm not actually exiting the system. Okay, there's that, and then I'll just measure to make sure. Then I'll just move backwards straight until I'm inside 12, so like so. Alright, so there is my impulse maneuver.
So I only go, let's see, I gotta be within how close before I activate that anomaly?
We have to run over it, or if you're within sensor's range, you can scan it.
Okay. So I'll go 2 inches.
Okay, enter
I think,
warp.
where's 2 inches actually first, I guess.
What's that?
Where is 2 inches?
Be there.
Right there. Okay, I should be within sensor range. I don't really have anybody who can do sensors, so I don't think even moving anybody would be even worth it. Because it's not going to give me anything. Unless I'm failing something, is it?
What? Huh?
If I don't have anybody that can affect sensors.
Again, I need to add, what question are you asking? What do you want to do?
If I move my Gemidar second over to the instruments panel,
Okay.
he's not going to be able to do anything anyways.
Why not?
He doesn't have anything that can actually affect it, right? Or does he have to go there to actually activate it?
He has to go there and activate it.
Okay. Alright, then he's going to move over to the...
Well, right now we're warping.
Okay.
So I need to know how close you're going.
Right there.
Okay, so that's it for that action.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we're lined up, as best as we can, give a command from my intrepid captain, engage warp drive. So, since she's actually doing the action now, it's only going to cost me 1 energy instead of 3. I can still go maximum warp of 9, so 18 inches. Oh, need to remove the system token from your fighter, because you're now in deep space.
Yep.
And I'll get prepared my system marker number 2 to replace system marker number 1 for my Galaxy class, which I actually never gave it one. Still need to get better used to placing the system markers and like the standby markers and all that stuff.
Oh, there's so many markers.
So many markers to remember.
Yep.
Warping in. We have...
Wow.
How close do I want to get to this guy?
Well, you get the anomaly first, right? Or you can go over it. Right?
Oh, yes, yep. First we get the anomaly. Let's see what this anomaly is.
Not that I want to give you any more points, but you know, come on.
Anomaly number 2, another nebula. Man, I just found all the nebulas.
What's it? You got it on your side, don't you?
All the boring ones. I didn't get any relics. Gosh. I have this incredible science stat right now, and I'm not getting any... Oh, well. Boring nebula. But I did refill 3 anomalies, so that's actually going to be good for my strategic goals. I just wanted to get a relic, because you get a bonus for that.
Yep.
I can go all the way forward. Do I want to do that? I think... Yeah. Warping in. Hello. Strange person. Sorry we almost hit you as we exited warp. You guys can see how warped in and exited warp and oh, shoot.
Hello.
Hi. How's it going? Who are you?
You scuffed the paint. Come on, man.
Yeah. Didn't ram. We were...
Nope.
And there is no ramming unless you take a ram action. If you ram like an armada, you don't take damage. You just go back to where you're not overlapping something. So.
All right. The Gemidar on the Gemidar fighter. The Gemidar second moves over to the instrument panel. I'm going to have him actually scan the anomaly that's left over there by the probe. Science of 2.
Okay. So science stat of 2.
And then
You need to get 3 successes.
and I have 1 sensor thing, 1 green.
You get 1 reroll. And I don't think he has navigation.
No,
he does
doesn't,
not.
no.
Alright, so you basically need to get a double and a hit.
Double.
There's a hit.
Okay, close
So
to
we
it.
get
One
the
reroll.
double.
Come on, yes.
Oh my gosh.
We are the most scientific.
Uh-huh. And your number is 4. Ooh, it's a fluctuating star. It is treacherous.
Of course it is, because that's all I find.
Mhm.
Except for the artifact that was... Pick that up? No.
I don't have any other fluctuating star icons, so I'm just going to put this one here to be fluctuating star.
Okay, now, am I out of the range of it, or just... Cause I...
The treacherous only matters if you warp, if you're warping across it.
Cool. Good.
So you're just standing still and...
Yep.
Well, it makes this probe useless.
Why probe when you can have a fighter go do it?
Yeah. Then I'm going to pass.
And then I'll pass.
Alright, so I'm going to go to standby phase. I get first standby action. My first standby action. What do I want to do? I'm going to do an impulse maneuver with the Defiant class. It's going to cost me 2 energy. 2. Because I am doing it outside of, standby, and I can't use a skill, so I have to pay the 2 skills. And essentially my maneuver is, this ship is just going to turn to angle itself just in case we need to go. We're a little concerned about this attack ship heading over to this other system where one of our colonies was, so just in preparation.
We're just scanning, man.
Alright,
What is
your standby action.
What is up with that? No.
No more, so you pass
Yep.
completely?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, then for my Galaxy class, do I want to do a standby? Nah, that'd be out of character. I'm thinking about sensor locking your battle cruiser. And sensor locking is not a hostile action, it's considered an aggressive action though. Do I want to sensor lock you now?
Well, we've
Just in case you engage hostilities. No, I'm gonna act in character. We wouldn't just start target locking you.
It's like, who's
out
the
of
Federation now, man?
We're not gonna do that. Do I want to do a maneuver though?
Maybe you get some worms in your head or something.
I think I might actually do an impulse maneuver to try to get around you, because then we need to. You're blocking our path to the planet.
Hey, we were just stopped at our planet. I don't know what
So-
you're talking about.
I'm going to attempt an impulse maneuver. It's going to cost me 2 energy to do. So I go down to 4 energy on my Galaxy class.
I mean, you scratched our paint and everything else. So
Yep, I can move 9, turn 2, and so you can move through ships and other objects. You just have to be able to end your move without overlapping them. So we're going to make the attempt. I think I'm going to have to do some ship marking.
Ooh, there was a marker right here.
Okay. So I just trying to get on the other side.
Does the Federation have an
Or
Imperial
actually-
plane?
I'm going to do a move first, then turn. This is actually, I think, our first time doing this with me and Rob playing.
Yes.
Remember, you guys, you can move first and then turn. So we're going to move first. Go up to 9. I don't need to go all the way to 9.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
no.
going to go about here, I think. So then you bring the ship up, line it up, and then you turn it forward on the disc
Check the camera.
up to the maximum turn that it can go.
Ooh, you're so close on this side.
Look at that, like a glove.
Okay, check your camera if you do.
Yeah, they probably didn't see it. Oh, they saw it.
Oh, good, good.
Yep. So I'll show you guys how close I am to the edge of the board. If I would have hit the edge of the board, like you don't fly off the board and lose your ship in this game.
Oh, okay.
You just make
Hang
it. You make a different maneuver to make sure that you don't do that. Yeah. All right, and then put him back to where his token was. All right, so not the Enterprise. It's not the Enterprise yet. Eventually, I'm going to get the
Galaxy
Enterprise
class.
title. But Galaxy class, unnamed, was able to make this impulse maneuver and Right there in the corner.
Oh, nice.
So that is it. Hazard phase. Nothing happens in the hazard phase. Oh, priority phase. This probe. I'm just going to get rid of it. Basically.
Pop. Self-destruct. There you go.
Self-destruct. I don't think that's a real action you can do. Basically, I'm just going to have it do an impulse move, then impulse move. It's just going to move along the board until it, detonates, because there's nothing for it to scan now. Actually, no, I take that back. Take that back. You know what? I don't know what the complication's going to be. I might need a probe to keep scanning. So you know what? We're going to leave the probe on the board. So...
Yep.
It doesn't matter though. The number of projectiles that can be on the board is equal to the number of torpedo tubes in your task force.
Oh.
So.
You know, how many do you have?
I have.
So on the defined
I have
class.
5 total torpedo tubes.
Oh, so yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. All right. So now we'll go into the ready phase, which we'll do off screen, and I'll recap when we come back at the start of round 3, where I will have priority. Okay, start of round 3. Federation player now has priority. Federation also has influence. So at the end of this round, we're going into the complication no matter what happens. And if things stay as they are, we'll be doing the Federation's complication. As far as refreshing, what happened here, I got my 3 officers on my bridge back. I refreshed. Then I got 3 energy back, 1 plus a 2 from my redoubtable engineer. Then on my Defiant class, I moved my scholarly doctor up to engineering and got 3 energy back, 1 plus the 2 technical skill of the doctor as well, to get 3 energy back up to maximum of 6. Then for Rob, he refreshed all of his officers on his fighter. The Chimeran researcher is still committed, and then got 1 energy back on each, so 7 on the battle cruiser, 4 on the fighter. So it is to me. And I think my first action is going to be, before Rob can do anything about it, is try to scan this planet, because I think I am in range now. It's only if I'm in sensors range, so I need to check my range. So my 360 sensor range is 4 inches.
Oh, yeah. You should be.
Unfortunately, your boosted range is based out of your front arc, which is like this, which not an arc. So I have to do just my 360 sensor range, which I am in range.
Yeah, you should.
I'm not in range to get the bonus of potentially moving the influence track, but that's okay. I don't think that influence track is going to be moving anymore, so I think I'm safe. Okay, so my Galaxy class has a science value of 4 and an instrument rating of 3. So I will be committing my reliable commander to make the test at my instruments panel. So I get 3 rerolls. I need 3 successes, because it is currently contested. We have a hostile capital class ship in orbit.
Are not hostile.
Or I should say an unknown
Unknown, yes.
capital class vessel in orbit.
Gosh, sharp, man. Oh, yeah.
2 so far.
Oh.
I get 3 rerolls.
I know, I just...
And Analyze does me nothing, so I'm just going to reroll both at once, because I'm not close enough to get the bonus. There it is. All right. So we successfully have scanned this colony, which will give me another victory token. And if we weren't in round 3, we'd be going to the complication, but we're going to the complication anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so this now goes away. And that is it for my priority action.
All right. The Vorta supervisor on the Jem'Hadar fighter is activating at the helm to go impulse, because we can go right around this, or right by this quasar, I think it was, and get right to the edge again of the warp zone for the next sector.
Okay. So as forward as he can go.
Yep, and I turned, so.
Yep. And getting right up to the edge, and then he'll have to warp in next action. So
We are the scientific Dominion.
yes, the scientific Dominion.
Yes.
Federation captain, my intrepid captain, is feeling, a little cautious and suspicious. I wish she could hail them.
I know, me
For some
too.
reason, our hailing frequencies are not compatible or something.
No, you gotta get that tricorders working better.
So, but we are going to raise our alert status a little bit. The data that we discovered on these planets is concerning. So we're going to go up to yellow alert just in case. We're being cautious. This is an unknown civilization. This capital class ship is pretty deadly. So we just want to make sure we're prepared. So I'm going to do a call alert action. Since it's a priority action, I can raise by 2.
Discrimination against sharpness, man. I'm telling you. When you look sharp, you're discriminating against people who look sharp. Jeez.
That's right. So we're going to go up to yellow alert 1, which will basically increase our shield value, give us more reserve energy back if needed. Basically just in a more, just a little bit cautious here. A little bit cautious from what we're seeing.
Yeah, is that something I have to worry about going over?
It's a nebula, so no.
Okay. All right. So I just want to get right within range, let's say 2. 1 or 2.
Okay, so 4 for diplomat, warping in. Oh, I need to spend you your energies for what you just did there.
Yep, no problem.
So I need to spend you 1 energy for the impulse move and 1 for the warp. So you're down to 2 energy.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, you're up.
Back to me. I think I am now good. I think, my command ship is in a good spot, waiting to see what happens. My Defiant class, I'm going to check on my priority, my complication. Since you're allowed to know what your complication is coming up, you're not allowed to look at your opponents.
Oh, yeah.
To see if I want to stay.
Oh, I should have known mine then.
Oh, I sent it to you. I told you to look at all the documents.
Yes, but when I was looking at it right now, a few minutes ago, before we started, don't look at it. Okay.
So, I need... Yeah, I think I'm going to keep... Yep, I'm going to keep my Defiant class in System 3, because I want to be here if it goes to my complication. And I want to make sure I have full officer readiness. I don't want to move or turn... Oh, I take that back. I am going to go ahead and raise the alert status of my Defiant class as well. So we're going to spend my reliable commander to also raise alert status as a priority to go up to yellow alert 1 as well. The findings we found from our colonists were very disturbing. Alright, so Rob, I'm guessing you're going to spend your
yes.
Jem'Hadar, who is he, a second or a first?
He is the second.
The second, to try to do final contact with your...
Other clients.
Other client.
Yeah, sure.
Other client planet.
Find out what's going on. How are they doing? Well, I've been talking to us lately.
So what's your science stat?
Kind of good. Science stat is 2.
Science of 2. Alright, you need 2 successes to succeed.
Get 1 reroll.
1 reroll, yes, from instrument rating. There's 1, and then can you get the double?
Well, let's go, Bert.
No. So unsuccessfully. You can try again in the standby phase.
Yep.
So. And then I'm going to pass. We're going to wait and see what happens.
Okay, I'll try again then.
Have to wait till the standby phase.
Oh, sorry.
Are you going to do any more priority actions, like with your battle cruiser?
I'm going to use my founder to up the, whatever this rating thing on the side is.
What?
The alert status.
Alert status? Okay,
Yep.
So you're going to raise your alert status now.
Well, it's only fitting. You got this big circular object.
Yep.
Like these UFOs over here.
Yeah, so how much you want to raise it? So there's 1, to green alert 2.
Let me see it turn blue.
And there's yellow alert 1.
We'll go to yellow.
Okay, so also raising to yellow alert 1 for the Jem'Hadar battlecruiser. It's all your actions I passed. So until you decide you want to pass.
Yep, I'm going to do the Jem'Hadar fighter over there and see if I get my people with the...
That's standby phase.
Pass then.
Okay, so pass. Alright, so now standby phase. Rob, you get the first action. And so the Jem'Hadar fighter is going to try again.
Yep.
Basically telling you guys need to return our hails.
Yeah.
Stop ignoring us. So 2 dice with 1 reroll.
Yes.
Need 2 successes.
Yes. There we
Got 2 successes. There you go.
Hello, people.
Now, you will succeed with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, there's nothing you can do. I was going to say,
no,
but you're not going to be able to move the influence track, so it's going to be my complication. So I don't think there's anything you can do about it.
No,
but you get a victory token.
Yes, I'll take that.
Which means that going into the complication, we will be tied at 3 victory tokens each. Yeah, we're going to go to, so on my Galaxy class, standby action, I'm going to raise my alert status to Yellow Alert 2. I can only raise it by 1 because it's not a priority action. Rob, your battlecruiser, what standby action do you want to take? So that was with my Galaxy class. What do you want to do with your battlecruiser?
Pass.
Pass? Okay. Then let me check on my Defiant if I want to raise its alert status by 1 or not. I think it might go right to red alert. I don't want to go to red alert yet. So let me just check. It would, yeah. So I'm not going to do anything with my Defiant class. So Complication will trigger the Federation Complication. We'll get that. We'll do the refresh phase off camera. I'll give you a recap of that when we get there. Then I'll set up the Federation Complication for this mission.
The discovery of what happened to New Bajor could have major political ramifications in the Alpha Quadrant. Successfully acquiring evidence of the Dominion's activities is the priority now. The Federation has an opportunity to expose the Dominion's brutality, rallying support within the Alpha Quadrant as the Dominion fleet scrambles to complete its cover-up. For the Federation Complication, what lies below? 5 new ping objectives will be placed on the map as seen here, and these represent evidence of the Dominion's misdeeds. So the goals for both sides are to scan or eradicate these evidence points. So for the Dominion, they have a special action of Polaron Cascade, which can be taken at their tactical station, and they need to attempt to wipe out the evidence by doing that test. For the Federation, their special action is Secure Evidence at the instrument station, and it can be done by space units and not just ships, so probes can scan for this. And this is to secure evidence of the Dominion's misdeeds. And successes gain victory tokens for both actions. However, the Federation has a chance to get additional successes with breakthrough dice. There is an advantage here for the Federation because it is their complication. Our combat directives are still set to the calm side, and the anomalies stay in place whether they were revealed or not. They do not change. The end of the game will be at the end of round 6, if all ping objectives have been flipped over, or if one side's ships have been disabled and or destroyed, whichever one comes first. So coming up next will be the priority phase of round 4, where Rob starts with priority as the Dominion player, and as he tries to destroy the evidence of his faction's misdeeds against the Bajoran and Federation colonies.
Okay, you guys just saw what the Federation Complication is, so now we are at start of round 4 where Rob has priority. The influence track doesn't really matter anymore. We have, as far as the refresh phase happened, I got everybody back. The only move I did is I moved my Intrepid Captain down to Tactical just preemptively. I could do that anytime. I just did it for my own benefit. And Rob, what he did, he got everyone back that he could, and the ones he couldn't, which were Jem'Hadar II moved to the cargo bay, Chimera Research he moved to the cargo bay, and then he spent an energy to get them back.
Yep.
The current energy reserves, the fighter is currently at 2 energy, and the battlecruiser is at full. So Rob, you have priority. Your first priority action.
All right. So if I understand this correctly, we have to destroy these little outposts right here.
You do.
I do.
So yeah, these aren't outposts. This is where the evidence is of your misdeeds.
It's the Cardassian outpost, okay? We're just trying to get rid of them because these Bajor people did not like them.
Nope.
They're interrupting all our communications, so...
They weren't Cardassian outposts, they were Bajoran, by the way.
No, he's like Kardashian, obviously Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're even going with that. So we're going to go with that. The battle cruiser we'll start with first.
Oh. Battle cruiser.
Well, yes.
Okay, so what's the battle cruiser doing?
It's going to take out this disgusting ECM areas and blocking all our communications with our people.
Wow.
I mean, it's...
These hostilities.
Hostilities? We didn't go hostile.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be using, on the battle cruiser, the first here.
Our first, okay.
With the bombardment.
So,
the bombardment, is that what it is?
No, this is...
Or is it something else?
A Polaron Cascade. You're basically destroying the evidence.
Okay.
So you need to roll your Ops stat. It's yellow.
4.
Plus Ordnance, which you have Ordnance 1.
Mm-hmm.
And you can re-roll equal to your weapons power.
Which is 8, I believe.
It's 8. No, weapons power.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. 3.
3, okay. And then you need 3 successes.
Okay.
And you get 3 rerolls. And no negatives for me being nearby, which is unfortunate.
Oh, it's actually 4 we don't.
Alright. Got an Analyze, a Breakthrough Success, a Success, and 2 blanks.
Okay, will an Analyze do anything?
You do not get any benefits from Analyze
Okay.
with this test.
You get 3, you said, right?
Yep, 3 rerolls.
Alright. No, I mean I get 3 successes. How many successes?
You need 3 successes.
Okay. Alright, I will take one of the blanks. I'm just going to do these one at a time. I know it's... I'm going to do just one. There you go. And roll it. Okay, roll deal a blank. Just... Oh, come on. And then that one that's blank, just roll that one again.
Oh.
We're very analytical. We're analyzing the right spot to hit.
So the Polaron Cascade failed. Lore-wise, I'm going to say someone on my science station was like, we see what they're trying to do, we kind of counteracted you there.
No, it's got to be the Cardassians down there.
Because you failed, you gain 1 peril on that ship.
Stupid Cardassians or ECMs, I'm telling you.
Alright. So, my first action, so I need to start securing evidence. So I need to be at comms range of locations to secure evidence.
I think you are.
So for comms, so first I'm going to, so you can't do that again until the standby phase, so I have plenty of time to wait.
Yep.
So first I'm going to do my Defiant class, and we're going to do a reverse impulse maneuver to get within I need to get in 2 inches of that.
Oh, look at this.
Doing fancy maneuvers.
Doing fancy maneuvers, look at that. He's moonwalking in space,
yeah.
Wonderful.
So when you do a reverse maneuver, you have half your maneuverability and a half your speed rounded up, so I can go, currently my impulse speed is 4, or 7, so I can go 4. I don't need to go that far. I just need to get within 2 inches. Which is all I want to get, and I actually want to back up. I'm actually going to turn when I back up. You also get half of your maneuverability. Since I'm going backwards, I got to think about this. Backwards. Yeah, I need to do it this way. Wait, no, you turn it to the front. Yeah, that's what I want to do, because I want to turn facing the other ping objective once I'm done with this maneuver. That's my goal. Or actually, I'll just go backwards straight first. Do this easy, which we'll just do a straight maneuver. Kind of cheating this a little bit just to make it a little bit easier with the tool. So I'm going back straight. Go to 2, so we'll just go and go a little bit out of 2. Actually, no, I take that back. We'll go all the way to 2. Because when I turn, I might get out of range. And then when I turn, I move the ship forward on the dial up to half, round it up, which is just 1, so I can go 1 notch. Is all I need to line myself up with the other ping objective, which you guys can see, which is right there. Alright, so, and that was using my Vigilant Security Chief. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, I moved my Reliable Commander down. I think that's how I want to do it. Actually doesn't matter because it's going to be messed up either way. No, yeah, we'll use my Vigilant Security Chief to do it. So he doesn't have all the skills, so it's going to cost me 1 energy, so I go down to 5 energy. Alright, to you, Rob.
Alright, let's go to Gemini Fighter, please.
Okay.
Oh,
What are you going to do?
I'm just going to move my Gemini second out of the cargo bay.
Nope, you cannot do that.
Can I do that?
You cannot change sections. You can only change sections in the ready phase. So you have to wait till the ready phase to be able to move sections.
Alright, so they're basically kind of foobarred. Okay. So they can make just a base. No, they can't even make a basic attack. Well,
A base what?
let's try and secure the evidence over there.
Well, why not?
Yeah, I think I have somebody else to do ordnance. No, I don't have anybody else to do ordnance. No.
You don't have to have ordnance to do the test.
No, I don't have to. But it's nice to have it. Alright, what's my back arc? One laser or something like that? Because my back is to the back one right there, right?
No. This is the ping objective.
Oh, the back one was an anomaly, that's right. Okay, how close are we, anyways?
You're in range of your weapons.
Okay, good. Alright, well, we'll try firing it, so I have to move someone down there, though.
Yep.
So it'll be this supervisor, I guess.
Supervisor?
Yeah.
Okay. Going to attempt the Polaron Cascade here.
Yes.
Alright, what's your ops stat?
Stat is 4. No, I can't write one. It's the yellow one, right? 4?
Yep.
Okay, 4. And then
4. Okay, and then what's your weapons power?
is 1.
Okay, so you get 1 reroll. And you need 3 successes. With 1 reroll. 2 successes. To analyze.
Alright, let's roll both those analyze. I'm just not
You only get 1 reroll.
Oh, one
Because
is
of weapons.
Sorry. Think the other one.
Ugh.
We're very analytical.
Oh,
Told
so
you.
a peril to this one, man.
It's very scientific.
Your misdeeds will not. You can't
Actually,
hide
I
it.
think
You
up to
can't hide
3.
it.
No,
All
3.
of
3 peril on that, right? Is that something
yeah.
special?
Oh yes, you now have 3 peril. Oh.
Is that something bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that he's got 3 peril on this ship, and it was a failure for this test.
Yep.
I can choose to spend those 3 to give him a negative victory token, which I will do. So Rob now goes to net 2 victory points, opposed to my 3. Yep. Jem'Hadar, the Dominion, we caught ya. Hand in the cookie jar.
What? We're just doing scientific stuff.
You
over
can't
here.
delete this evidence. We know what you did. We know what you did.
What's he talking about?
So, I wonder if you're going to plan on engaging hostilities soon to try to get destruction points. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so the Defiant class is going to attempt to secure evidence at this objective. We are in sensors range. So I need to be at an instruments station, so I'm going to move my reliable commander down to the instrument station and commit her. And I need to roll my command stat, and I get to add my diplomacy. So my command stat is a 3. She does not have diplomacy, so I get 3 dice. And I get to re-roll equal to my instruments rating. My instruments rating is a 1, so I get 1 reroll. And I need 2 successes.
I'm in the Federation.
And I got my 2 successes.
That's with the Federation.
1 breakthrough. And I will re-roll.
Just scale as you can, right?
Yep. I don't think Analyze gets me anything.
It might. Actually, it might.
Nope, it does not.
No?
And I needed 2 breakthrough to get an extra victory token.
Okay.
So, but I successfully secured this evidence, gained 1 victory token, and I needed 2 breakthrough to get 2, but just 1.
Obviously the Cardassians. So.
We found it.
Yep.
We found the evidence.
Yep.
We're really, guys, Captain, we need to let the Federation know what the Dominion did to our colonists. Hi, Rob.
Anything to them.
Your your next priority action.
All right, next priority action. I think the water diplomat on the Gemini fighter. So I'll raise the alert status.
Alert status. Okay, so alert status. You're at green 1. You can go up to green 2 or up to yellow 1.
I think yellow 1 looks good.
Yellow 1. All right. All right, back to me. We are going to go to my galaxy class. We have this contested evidence here. We know they already tried to destroy it, so it must be important. So I am at comms range. Yep, we have comms range of 360. So I'm going to move my intrepid captain over to my instruments panel, because she is going to be really good at this, and I'm going to need it. So I roll my command stat, which is currently 5, because my crew was inspired earlier in the game. I get bonus to my diplomacy. She has diplomacy 2, so 2 expert dice. My instrument rating is 2, so I get 2 rerolls. And if I get 2 analyze, I can inspire my crew again because of her special inspiring ability.
These discrimination speeches that you were making, all about shop objects and stuff like that. No.
Yep.
No.
And but my difficulty is now 4 because it's 2. But since there's an opposing unit nearby, increases it by 2. So I need 4 successes.
Okay.
And I get 2 rerolls.
1, 2, 3.
So that's...
See 3 or 4.
I get 2 breakthrough successes, so if I fully succeed, I'll get an extra victory point.
You got a 4 there, yeah.
Right now I have 3.
Oh.
I have my 2 analyze for inspiring, and I get 2 rerolls, but I need a success, so I'm going to actually first do a reroll on this expertise dice because it has better odds to give me a hit. Nope, and I'll reroll it again. There it is.
Yeah.
Alright, that was actually the perfect roll for me to get. So, I succeed, which gives me a victory point. Spend 2 breakthrough to give me another victory point, so net plus 2. Put me up to 6. Then spend these 2 analyze to inspire my crew once again, which I think this is to my maximum. Yep, so I'm now at maximum crew value for my galaxy class. They are fully inspired. Hurrah, hurrah, Captain.
Yes, be dull. Do not go to the shop. Be dull.
Yes, only rounded edges, no sharp edges, only rounded edges. It's basically your battle cruiser is your only options. If you want to keep going, or do you want to pass? Remember, we still have 2 more rounds to play, and still 3 more objectives to be picked up before the game ends.
I think I'm passing on this one.
Okay, so pass.
Yeah.
I will also... Let's see, do I want to pass? No. We know there's more evidence in deep space over here. So, my intrepid captain gives an order to my daring first officer to execute an impulse maneuver. We are currently speed 5 and can only move 1 inch. It's basically I need to get ourselves lined up to execute a potential warp speed maneuver next turn. So... Or do I want to do that? Yep, I do want to do that. I want to get some movement as well as turning. And I'll probably do some more turning. Because I'm in this corner here. I'm kind of trapped. I want to get myself untrapped.
Hey, you put yourself there.
I did. So I'm going to turn as hard as I can.
Can't blame us on that one.
Nope, so notch of 1. Then I can go up to 5 inches.
Oh, yeah, scuff RPing again, aren't you?
Maybe. That's what you get for having rounded edges. Or sharp edges.
Wait.
If you had rounded edges, you wouldn't scuff
right.
the paint.
Yeah.
So move up to 5 inches.
You guys hear all this. See, totally discrimination against sharp.
And then line it up to the middle. Am I on the board?
I don't know.
Nope, that actually, I'm off the board there. So
back up. And
I'm going to go back to where I'm not off the board.
Oh, you should put all the markers.
If I can even be at a spot not off the board. I have to keep going back. There we go. Okay. So basically I was only able to do about a 3-inch maneuver there
You just bumped it.
to not get off the board. Yep.
There you go.
So trying to get myself set up to get out of the system and realign. I'm actually very unmaneuverable right now because I went up to yellow alert status.
Well, if you're a little more sharper at your
Right.
steering.
Okay, that is it. So I will pass as well. So we go to the standby phase, which I get first action because Rob had priority.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an impulse maneuver with my Defiant class. Actually, unless I might be in... Let's see if I'm in forward comms range of this. Because we are in forward arc, which is this forward arc here, in arc. And I need, if I'm 5 inches away, no, so I do need to move. So I'm going to do an impulse maneuver. So I'm currently can go 7, speed 2. It's going to cost me 2 energy, so I'm going to go down to 3 energy on my Defiant class. I'm going to move first and then turn. So I'm just going to go in and do a straight move of 6. And then we'll do 1 more inch. I want to do the maximum 7. And then I can turn up to 2 notches, which I think I want to do a full... Actually, you slide the ship around the edge when you turn at the end, actually. So I'm going to do a full turn. Up to 2, you have to line up to the next system. There we go. So that's my standby action there. All right, Rob, your first standby action. Do you want to try the cascade again over there?
Before that, excuse me.
Battlecruiser.
Before that, Battlecruiser is going to turn in place.
Oh, so an impulse come about maneuver.
Yep.
So it costs you 2 energy. So you
All
go
right.
down to 6.
You do that.
Okay, and where do you want to turn?
All the way around, facing basically towards the same direction you're facing. Basically 180 degrees.
Okay.
Like that.
You want to face like that?
Yep.
Side by side?
Well, you can turn a little towards you. Actually, yeah, I'll do that.
Like that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Uh-huh.
What?
What's going on here?
Hey, we're trying to go out the same area you're going.
Uh-huh.
You know, that is the way we came in.
Uh-huh.
It is.
All right, well, I'm going to do another impulse maneuver with... I forgot to spend my energy for my first impulse maneuver.
Oh, look at that. See, the dollars over there are really trained.
So I go down to 7 with my first one. So now my standby impulse maneuver, I need to spend 2 energy, so I now go down to 5. And so I can turn 1 and move up to 5 inches, which I'm going to turn first this... Well, I think I turned first last time. Basically, I'm trying to...
Well, you didn't do it anyways.
Keep trying to get out of this corner.
I think you just want to keep scuffing our paint, that's all.
Yep, that's exactly it. Let's see if I can get on the other side of you doing that. Let me move up like this. Okay, I can't cross the system edge, so I have to go back until I'm not crossing the system edge, which is there. Okay. Whew. The Enterprise is a big Bertha trying to turn at this current alert level.
You just slim yourself down like we did.
Yeah, I know.
You know, just you do.
We like the thick hips. The thick thighs. All right. Do you want to do a standby action with this guy?
Sure.
Try to do the mission again?
Yes, I'm going to
Okay,
try.
what's your ops value? Okay.
4.
And what's your weapons value now? You raised your alert status.
Yep, my weapon value now is an 8 or 7. Can't quite see the dial. It's kind of messed in.
3.
3. Oh, look at the weapons.
So you need 3 successes. You get 3 rerolls.
Okay.
1 success.
Jeez.
Want to just reroll all of
There's all
these?
3 of them, yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness!
We are science specials. Hey, told you.
Nah, you guys just can't cover up these dirty deeds that you did. This evidence will be
Because
seen.
They're not dirty, so they're not.
Evidence will be seen. Oh, I forgot to give him a system marker.
This is Dominion Gate going on over here.
Oh yeah, this is exactly Dominion Gate right now. And actually, the name of this mission is Beyond the. Oh, it's Beyond the Halls of the Prophets. But anyway,
Right.
yeah, this is Dominion Gate
Dominion
going on
Gate.
right now. So what I'm going to do now that I saved this probe into the standby phase, we're going to do a probe move.
Oh boy, here comes
So,
the...
I can move along the forward edges with it because probes are a little bit more maneuverable than torpedoes. Move up to 4. I'm actually going to move it to the other side like you can do. I don't know if it's going to matter. I'm just doing it.
Can you go on top of objects?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, no. I can't overlap objects. Never mind. You're right. I can't. I can't overlap objects, so
Just go on the other
it would
side,
have to be just be on the other side. Yep. My bad. Yep. Good call. So then its endurance will go down to 2. Maybe if we make it to round 6, it'll be able to scan this last evidence over here for me. That's what it's going for. I'm sending the probe in
Yeah, that's really
to scan for the potential evidence in deep space over here.
It's really a proton torpedo in disguise. That's
Oh, yes, exactly. All right, that's it.
That's what
no
it means,
hazard. Yeah. Unfortunately, no hail phase.
Nope.
We'll do the refresh phase off camera, and then I'll be back at the start of round 5, where I will have priority. Okay, start of round 5. Let's go over the refresh phase. So on my Galaxy class, I got back to full power because my refresh is currently at 3. I've moved my engineer out of engineering back to the instruments panel, and my captain went back to the captain's chair, and my reliable commander went to tactical, although she might have already been at tactical. And then on the Defiant class, reliable commander went to the captain's chair, scholarly doctor went to instruments, security chief went to tactical, and I got full energy back as well because of my current power refresh. Then on Rob's side, he got everybody back and also did some moving around. He sent they're out of the cargo bays. Researcher back to instruments, and then the Jem'Hadar second to tactical, and the supervisor back to helm. All right, so we're here for my first priority action, and it is going to be my Galaxy class. And I'm going to double check my... I think I'm going to keep impulsing, keep turning. Slow, Big Bertha. Turning. So I'm going to move my reliable commander to my helm, spend an energy, go down to 7. And then I'm going to do an impulse maneuver, keep turning. Actually, this is just going to be a come about, turning in place, because I'm trying to line up. So we're just going to turn in place to line up with this last evidence, this deep space evidence we're detecting, just in case my probe doesn't get there. All right. Your priority action. Oh, I guess also for folks, recap of the points, just so you guys know where we are at. I'm at 6 points, and Rob is currently at 3 points minus 1 to 2. Oh, what? Last turn.
What?
I forgot. We could do a hail phase.
Oh, we could? I didn't think we could.
For your directive.
Oh.
If you're trailing by 2 or more points, you can go hostile without getting the penalty.
Oh, well, guess we're going hostile.
Would you have done that last turn? In the hail phase?
Well, if I got a free one, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, alright. So, guys, last turn, Rob chose to go from his tactful approach. He was trailing by 4 points. So he can flip to hostile for free without incurring negative points. So he now goes to make an example. So he now gets victory points if he destroys ships.
Yes. Okay. Starting here now, I will be firing from the Battlecruiser.
Speaking of, attack already. And look at this, starting hostilities. We knew you guys. We knew.
You keep scratching our paint.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want after all? It's called
right.
Space Rage, okay?
Yes, exactly. So Jem'Hadar first, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
That's Ordnance 1, so you have 3 weapons power and can commit up to 3 reserve power, so a total of 6 during this attack sequence.
Or should I probably should have done sensor lock, shouldn't I?
Should have done what?
Sensor lock.
If you want to do that first, you can. Instead of attacking first. Do you want to do that first?
Because if you zip out of there, it doesn't matter, they can't trail you anyways.
Well, you could, you can follow me out.
No, I meant the torpedoes.
Oh yeah, the torpedoes won't follow you.
No, I'm just going to fire then.
You're just going to shoot?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so first, where are you targeting? You can target my fore or my aft. You have arc to both. My shields, just so you know, I have 3 shields on the front, 2 in the back.
I'll go the aft.
Okay, and what are you shooting with?
Alright, we're going to start with the lasers here. Let's see.
Yep, phase polaron beams, you can take 2 shots.
Take 2 shots of them, yeah.
On how many dice for the first shot? We have a potentially 6 total power you can use on these attacks.
6 total, right? For free or not for free?
No, 3 for free, and then spend 3 more of your reserve.
Okay.
6 total.
All right. So I'll do 3 on each.
Okay, so first attack, phase polaron beam 1, so 3 intuition dice, and then ordnance on the first attack, so ordnance 1. No sensor lock, so no rerolls. You do have peril, so I can make you reroll.
Yeah, you can.
Depending how bad it is. Going into the aft shields of my Galaxy class. Well, you hit. You got 3 successes. You just needed 1 to hit. These are big Bertha slow guys. You got 1 analyze, so that'll let you activate your pierce. You have pierce 2, but you can only activate it at 1 level.
Mm-hmm. But I can reroll still, right?
Nope, no rerolls. You don't have a sensor lock.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming you want to activate your pierce.
Well, yes.
Yep, so since you only have 1, you can activate up to 1. So you're piercing my shields in the back by 1, so my shields go from 2 to 1.
Right.
So I can absorb 1
Yep.
on the shields, so it goes down to 6 energy. Then I take 2 on the hull until I change colors. So I go from 8 to 7, which is still yellow, to 6, or to white, 6 then goes to yellow, and gives me a critical card.
Dun, 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 dun.
My critical card is Warp Core Breach.
Ooh.
All right, so that's going to go in my engineering section.
What does it do?
So in the hazard phase, reduce my hull by 1. If it reduces me to 0, I blow up. But it's not going to reduce me to 0.
Well, not yet.
So basically, I need to get my engineer into the engineering space, because that's where you also repair it, is engineering. That's
what it is.
I need to, and then the turn after, so in the refresh phase, I need to move my engineer there, and then the turn after that, she needs to repair that, otherwise that's going to be a problem. So there's a warp core breach in progress. All right, second, do you want, I'm assuming, shoot again?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you spend 3 reserve energy, because you're now out of your weapon power, so you go down to 5.
Yep, that's fine.
The pierce lasts for the entire attack sequence, so my shields are still down by 1 in the back. And you can reduce them by 1 more if you get another analyze.
Let's do this.
Well, you don't do that, but you do get 5 damage.
Oof.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So I take 1 on the shield, because my shield's only 1 right now, so I go down to 5 energy. And then I'm not going to take 5 damage, because you stop when you change colors. So
right, but still.
6 to 5, still in yellow. 5 to 4, still in yellow. 4 to 3, holy cow, still in yellow.
Maybe you will.
And take a crew damage, so I'm no longer maximum inspired.
Whoa, yeah, get some.
Wait, how many was that I just do? So I just did, so that's 1 on the shield, and then 2, 3, 4, and then 1 more. Holy cow, I thought I was going to hit a level for that. So now we're in the orange level.
You got a
2
crit?
health left.
Did you get a crit?
And a crit. Another crit. Severe hull breach.
Oh.
So you have to put it on one of my aft stations, so either my cargo bay or my med bay. Or you could also put another one in my engineering station. And in the hazard phase, each personnel in this end sustains a crew damage. Or sustains a crew, like if there are officers in the area, they would take a damage. Yeah, take a trauma, which would then incapacitate them. But there's no one there right now.
No, I know.
All right, so where do you want to put it?
Engineering.
Engineering?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, to make it a little difficult for her later.
Yep. And that can be repaired in the at my helm. So that's where I can try to repair it.
Okay. But still delays.
Yes. Well, that was a pretty brutal opening salvo.
Yep.
All right. So now to my next priority phase. Ouch.
Don't scratch the thing.
I think I'm going to go ahead and warp out of there.
Okay.
So I'm going to engage in warp with my intrepid captain, spend an energy down to 4. And then getting out of dodge. My warp value, maximum warp factor I can do without having to spend extra is warp 5, so I can go 10 inches. And I can spend extra energy if I want to go even further. Alright, 10 inches would put me there. I think I'm fine with just going 10 inches. And exiting the system. Engage warp. Run away. You were not expecting. That was a pretty massive attack. Oh, and I forgot to spend a peril token. I should have spent one on one of those doubles.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's what I get for forgetting, guys. Remember, spend your opponent's peril tokens. Alright, I'm fine there. Alright, next priority action for you.
Well, Jemadar Fighter, let's see if you can do this, okay?
Keep trying again. They are determined to destroy this evidence over here.
See, you're allowed to do this freely now, by the way. They've scuffed the paint of the mothership,
yes.
So please. Feel free to annihilate it, whatever it is.
Who are you going to commit?
Alright, we're going to commit the second this time.
Okay. And you do get ordnance. You'll get a bonus dice on this. Ops value is what?
4.
Okay, so ops of 4, plus 1 for your ordnance.
Yep.
And you can reroll your weapons power, which is 3, I think.
Weapons power is...
Oh, okay.
Actually, yes, 3.
Okay. Need 3 successes. Wow.
Are you... These guys... This is really a science vessel of the all 3 planks, please. Must...
Wow. Wow. Hey, you finally did it.
Hey. And what do you call it? Doesn't do anything.
They don't do anything.
Okay.
So this evidence has been destroyed, and you gain a victory token.
We just have to study the evidence first, that's why.
Right?
Are we just writing the right one? I mean, are we getting the right ones and not their documents?
Okay, we're going to go ahead while I've got the ship up. The thing is, guys, with campaign, damage carries over, so I need to get the Galaxy class out of here. Oh yeah, you can repair some.
Oh, okay.
In between, but not a lot. So.
Wow.
All right, so at my instrument station, the only person I have left is my. Oh no, I can't do that. My engineer. Ooh. Yep. So I need my engineer to actually repair the current damage I have. So my severe hull breach. I'm going to move my engineer over to the helm station and tap her. So I need to roll my ops, which is 4.
Okay.
Plus my mechanics, which she has 2. And I need 2 successes to raise basically my force fields to heal the hull breach.
That sounds pretty cheap for that.
And easy success. That's why we have an engineer. Severe hull breach has been repaired. So now it's safe to go there to repair the core breach, the warp core breach.
I want to come towards the Enterprise, basically.
Right. So, turn in place?
Yes, turn in place.
Okay.
I was thinking I was aiming the other way. I was like, wait a minute, why am I going?
Okay. Like that?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now my Defiant class is going to attempt to scan this signal with my, I think I'll use my doctor. Yes, my scholarly doctor is going to do the test at my instrument station. So I roll my command plus diplomacy. I don't have any diplomacy with this doctor, but my command value is a 3. Reroll my instrument rating of a 1. I need 2 successes. Oh, wow.
Well, you definitely succeeded.
I succeeded, plus a breakthrough, and why not? Let's try to go for a second breakthrough with my reroll. No. So,
it's worth a try.
More evidence secured, another victory token. I believe that puts me up to 7 victory tokens.
Did we get the one on last time?
I did. Yep, you got yours, so you're at 4 minus 1, okay. And I'm at 7. All right, your next priority action.
Priority action would be...
Or do you want to pass?
Nope. I'm going to do priority action. Well... 1, 2, 3... No, I will pass.
Pass?
Yep.
Okay. So my next priority action... My Defiant class. They're sensing danger for and potential pinching off of my command ship, so they're going to engage warp drive. Yep, so engage warp, so I spend an energy using my reliable commander. I can go up to warp factor 7 without penalty, so 14 inches. I don't think I need to go that far. I'm just trying to get out of the system, and so I can start maneuvering freely in deep space, which is where my Galaxy class is at. So we're going to move up to the point to where we are close to this, but not crossing it, because I don't want to pay the cost. And exit the system, so remove the system marker. So both my ships are now in deep space. And then it's still to me, because Rob passed. Do I want to do anything else? I do not, so I will pass. So standby phase, your first action.
Okay. I will turn in place with the big battlecruiser.
Battlecruiser, okay.
Facing your aft.
Yep, so that's going to cost you 2 energy.
Yep, we can do it.
Goes down to 3. Come about.
Yep, right there.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay. And then standby action for my Galaxy class. I'm going to attempt to do the special mission action.
Special mission.
So, without any...
Galaxy class.
What?
Never mind, I was thinking Defiant class as well.
Okay, so my command value is 5, instrument rating is 2, so I need 2 successes, 2 rerolls. I got my 2 successes, and I will go on a reroll to try to get breakthrough successes. Yep. I do not, but...
Another victory.
Yes. Which means, since these are now all removed, it means that the game will end at the end of this round. Which is why I wanted to do that, so you couldn't come out and destroy me next round. I wanted the game to end, even though I'm going to end the game with severe damage I'm going to have to repair in between. That's fine. Because of that, I'm going to go ahead and pass for my... Well, actually, standby action, nothing... It's not going to matter.
Oh, he's going to move. I'll make him move impulse.
Well, you can warp him out.
Yeah, I can warp him
But
out.
he's not going to be able to shoot anything or anything.
I know, but...
Yeah. So, and then I'll pass for him. And that's actually it. Because all evidence has been gathered and or destroyed.
What round was this anyways?
This is round 4.
Wow, okay.
No, I'm sorry, round 5. You
Yeah, I was
started
gonna
round
say,
4.
this
So
would be-
this is round 5. There's only one more round left anyway.
Yeah.
But we still play through the full round. So, standby phase, my probe will just stay put. Hazard phase, we have to do hazards, and there's a hazard. My warp core breach.
Yeah.
I take 1 damage, so go down to hull 1, another crew damage, so I'm now back to my starting value. And that's going to be nasty to repair in between. And then ready phase, which doesn't matter, hail phase, basically we're done. This is a Federation victory. 8.
As they're smoking away.
Yes. Basically, at the end of this turn, both my Galaxy class and my Defiant engage warp and exit to the sector to report back to Federation headquarters.
Told you, do not
Yes.
scratch the paint.
So 8 victory points to 3 victory
Yeah.
points. So coming up next, I'm going to go over an after action report, basically talking about everything that Rob and I decided for the end of mission campaign stuff. And then after that, Rob and I will be back to talk about the match in the post-game interview.
The fate of New Bajor is clear. The Dominion annihilated the colony. With this solid evidence, the Federation fleet returns through the wormhole, and diplomats at home can start the hard work of building alliances and mutual protection pacts with the other powers of the Alpha Quadrant. Captain's Log 48931.5. The USS Hornet sustained major damage, including a warp core breach, after the unknown command ship conducted an unprovoked surprise attack. Fortunately, the task force was able to withdraw from the field with damning evidence. We believe the forces we encountered were indeed Dominion vessels. Report received by the Great Link. Dominion Gamma Security Force was sent to investigate the silence of the Gamma Sector client outposts. Upon arrival, there were unknown solids vessels calling themselves the Federation, scouting and contacting potential client worlds. Our client worlds have been secured along with the interrogating of the populace about the Federation. Once the Federation finished scouting, they started securing many of our caches. After severely damaging the Federation capital ship, the Federation quickly warped out of the Gamma Quadrant. Okay, so after completing a campaign mission, you need to fill out an after-action report. So, for Mission 1, Beyond the Gates of the Prophets, here's our after-action report. During the Overture, both myself and Rob successfully did a planetary scan of 2 or more of our objectives. So for me, my colony worlds, Rob, his client worlds. And then we did What Lies Below the Federation Complication. And within that complication, I did succeed at securing evidence at 2 or more locations, and I was able to score 2 or more of my banked victory tokens. Just FYI, the victory tokens I earned in the complication were sitting on my ships, and I would only score them if they survived to the end of the game. So this gives me a story unlock, which I'll get to later. And unfortunately, Rob was not able to secure 3 or more of his evidence. So looking at the rewards on the right side, you check the boxes for the winning and losing players. So I checked my box for doing my overture in Section A, and then also doing my complication in Section A. We also look at the margin of victory. So for my strategic momentum. So I gained an 8-3 victory, as you can see. So a margin of victory of 5. So I get to check major victory, which will give me 2 additional strategic points. Then for Rob, he completed the overture, so he checks that box. Unfortunately, he was not able to succeed at anything else. So he gets to choose a headquarters response. And after some discussions, and I'll go into some more details later, he chose to do Lessons of Defeat, although he could have done additional support because of the margin of victory loss that he had. But essentially the extra 5 task force points he would get for force creation for the next round, it would not be useful for him. But again, I'll get into that later. Okay, next we want to update our campaign and roster sheets. So first, let's look at mine for the Federation. So for my campaign record, I fill out at the top right that I scored 4 campaign points because of having a major victory. And then you can mark down in here the stats of everything that happened. So I marked down that, I secured the win. I got 8 victory points, 4 campaign points within the mission, and 9 strategic points. Whereas Rob got 1 campaign point, 3 victory points, and 2 strategic points. Then I have my little captain's log I wrote up for the mission. And you also mark, was this a story mission or an incident mission? Because you can do incident missions for your campaign to progress as well. But we'll get to that later in the campaign on how to do that. On Rob's campaign record, you can see it's essentially the same information, just reversed. And then showing at the top right his total campaign points of 1 for the campaign so far. Okay, so before we go to the roster sheets, let's talk about our strategic goals. Okay, so we see both of our strategic goals and strategic acquisitions here. I have 9 strategic points that I earned, and I earned them in the following ways, in addition to the mission successes. You can see I have checked Expose 3 anomalies that gained me 2 strategic points. I did not get the Launch 2 probes because I didn't read it close enough. I needed to launch 2 probes to get 1 from that one. I also got my complication for that mission, so I get 3 strategic points there, so that is pretty massive. So adding everything up together, these including my mission rewards for winning, I get 9 strategic points. Now for my acquisitions, you can see that I did get Build Coalition from succeeding in my missions during the Complication, so that means I get to add Worf or Kira Nerys to my roster sheet for much cheaper, for only 1 strategic point. You can see at the top, hints of the past. If I would have gotten a strange relic, I would have been able to add Benjamin Sisko to my roster for cheap. But instead, I chose to go ahead and do Expert Assistance, which cost me 4 strategic points to get Benjamin Sisko anyway. So you can see, if you get the unlock special acquisitions in missions, you can get powerful characters for cheaper, or you can just get them for the expensive costs under Expert Assistance, or if they're below rank commander, or commander rank or less, then you can get them for a little bit cheaper as well. That's also why, just FYI, why on Commander Sisko's card he has 3 gold pips, 1 black pip, which doesn't exist in the actual show. The 1 black pip is to show that he's slightly higher ranked than 3 gold pips. You have to pay more for him to get him with the Expert Assistance strategic acquisition. Then for my remaining strategic points, I utilized those to repair the hull of my Galaxy-class starship, as well as my repair value, which I will get to in a moment. First, let's talk about Rob's strategic acquisitions. So he only gained 1 strategic point for the actual mission rewards, but he was able to get 1 additional one because of the current difference in strategic points between me and him. I had 9, he has 1. So if you lose a battle, for every full 5 points of SP difference, you gain an additional SP. So Rob had 2 total strategic points, and he chose to select Specialized Leaders and recruit Talat Talan, because he won't be able to get Talat Talan for cheap anymore. You can see under Ruthless Reputation, he could have gotten Talat Talan for 1 strategic point instead of 2, but Rob chose to go ahead and spend his 2 to get Talat Talan now. So let's look at our roster sheets. So you'll see at the top right, Repair and Triage points. You get 3 base of each, plus the highest mechanic and biology skill that's in your current roster. So the highest for both of us was 2 in each. So we both start with 5 repair and triage points. And I had to spend all 5 of my repair points plus an additional strategic points I had left over in order to repair my Galaxy class USS Hornet up to Hull 5. You can see on my roster sheet I decided to go ahead and name my starships that in my current roster, which I hadn't done yet. So I have the USS Hornet, USS Gallant, and the USS Galileo. And when you record on your roster sheet, you need to update what their current hull status is, as well as your crew dial. So even though my Galaxy class USS Hornet took 2 crew hits, they are at Inspired Rating 2, so even though I took 2 crew hits, it just brought them back down to starting stats, which is what you default to at the start of every mission anyway, if you're above starting. And then you can see as far as my officers, I have my Intrepid Captain, Daring First Officer, Scholarly Doctor, Redoubtable Engineer, and Vigilant Security Chief already there from the beginning. And I would mark if they had trauma or if they were lost or killed, etc. Then you can see I've already also marked that I have Benjamin Sisko and Worf on my roster sheet now. So these are now options for me to be able to take in the next mission. On Rob's roster sheet, you can see he has no more strategic points available because he spent all of his. But he used those to get Talat Talan, you can see on his roster sheet. And then in the green section, you can see he now has Lessons of Defeat. That is the HQ benefit he received for the mission. And that means next mission, he'll be able to have 2 advantage after deploying to put on any ships, all on 1 ship, or spread them out between 2 ships at his desire. The reason why he didn't take additional support is because the core points for the next mission are going to be 40 points, and that would give him 45 points. However, even picking all the most expensive characters that he has on his roster sheet, he's not going to go over 40 points, so it would not have been useful for him. because these HQ strategic acquisitions are one use only for the next mission. Okay, so there you have it. The current status of the campaign for myself and Rob, the Federation forces, the Dominion forces, and this is where we stand going into the next mission. So coming up next, Rob and I are going to discuss the battle we just have, our thoughts on the game, and how things went in the post-game interview.
Okay, so that was quite the interesting first mission. You guys saw the after-action report that I just got finished talking to you about, and I think we're doing it right when it comes to like adding officers and like locked officers, but you can get them a little bit more expensive unlocked. I would have explained that more in the video you saw before this, but I'm recording it after I leave,
right.
So
Yes.
some time travel stuff happening. But I think we're doing it right because it makes more sense when you think about it that way.
Because otherwise, I would have been
Rob would have been completely screwed
for the rest of the campaign.
rest of the campaign.
Just
So
forget it.
yeah, so I think I interpreted it, or we both talked through it.
Right.
I think we interpreted it correctly. So, but anyway, the Federation successfully gathered the evidence and got out of there. So
It's Kardashian, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
but my Galaxy class command ship is severely damaged.
Told you, don't scratch the paint. I told
Yes.
you.
Although I was able to do some repairs, as I talked about, it's still not to full health. So whenever we come into mission 2,
You don't want to scratch the paint again.
no, I'm coming in at a disadvantage with my Galaxy class, basically at roughly half hull. I'm at hull 5 out of 8.
Right.
So,
I'm full up on everything.
yep. And Rob is in good shape with everything.
Wow.
And he's been able to add Talon. And we looked ahead for mission 2. He's going to be able to bring whoever he wants with his 40 points for mission 2. We build our core officers now. It's not assigned. And, of course, me adding Cisco and Worf.
Oof.
I will be able to fit them just barely.
22 points.
22 points just for the two of them.
Just the two people.
But
Yeah.
they're really good. They're really good.
Yeah.
So,
It's got to offset the Enterprise. That's
yes.
what it can do.
so we'll see.
Which is another thing we discussed, that it was interesting because, yes, he can get 2 officers. Great, awesome, 22 points. Okay, that's a little tough. But his ship is really badly damaged.
Yes.
So this kind of evens out where I don't get 2 great officers, but my ships aren't as damaged as his.
You're full health.
I'm full health, what am I talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
you're full health.
so it makes it a little bit where he has to worry more about the Enterprise next mission.
Yeah.
And where I can maybe be more offensive.
Be a little more
or
aggressive.
Not worry as much, and basically.
Yeah.
I don't know how I want to. But anyways, it's just interesting how the campaign plays that out.
Yeah. And
They
you
kinda
guys,
even it out in a way,
Yeah.
I think, in a way.
and just as far as for the battle's concerned, you guys saw how important it is to get your complication.
Yes.
I was able just to run away with the victory points because the complication was tailored to my skill set
Yes,
for
it
my
was.
ships and my crew.
It was, yeah.
And of course, Rob rolled really bad for
Yeah.
most of his stuff. But
Yes, the little Jem'Hadar
Yes,
fighter that
yeah.
wanted to be a science
so
vessel.
but if we would have gotten Rob's complication, it would have been more combat heavy.
Yes.
And it would have been focused far more for Rob's strength. So you know that for mission 2, Rob is going to be trying to make sure that his complication goes
I
off.
was trying this time, but just didn't work out, man. Just didn't work out.
Yeah.
But no, it was really interesting. I thought it was pretty neat. Got the perils again. We forgot them.
Yep, I forgot. Well, we did it once, or maybe that was in the Learning to Play game. We filmed
might
them
have
both
been
on the
Learning-
same day. But
Yeah,
I remembered in one of the games, but I forgot in the other one.
Right.
And I really needed it in this one. Rob rolled that 5 damage hit on my Galaxy
beautiful hit,
class.
beautiful hit, beautiful hit.
I needed to reroll one of those doubles.
If
But,
I only attacked earlier.
Yeah.
Only attacked earlier.
yeah. Don't forget your peril tokens, guys. Reroll your opponent's peril.
Yeah, you're the aggressor. Be the aggressor.
Yes.
Even though.
Yeah, you probably should have attacked a turn. Well, no, you attacked
Well-
as soon as you could without getting a negative.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
You did it as soon as you could have.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah. Because
But-
you had to wait until you were down by 2 points, which you
Yep.
weren't until the end of round 4.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you went hostile. So you did it as soon as you could.
Yeah, just
You,
unfortunately.
you hit me really hard.
Yeah.
I'm just glad.
I
I mean,
should've
I was
done
just thinking I was going to be in trouble. I'm glad it took me 3 impulse maneuvers to around that corner,
Get
Big
around.
Bertha trying to get around you and line up to get out of there, and then finally, then you hit me, almost blew me up with one salvo,
Yeah,
and then
that was amazing.
warp out.
Because he's no doubt, he goes, well, when I change the color, stop. It's not changing.
It's not
It's
changing.
not changing. It's
Let
not
me
changing.
tell you something, guys. I'm going to be doing a deep dive on every ship in all of their dial settings, so people can strategize and stuff.
Yeah.
I have not looked at them deep dive yet, but I'm going to do videos for that. But one thing I noticed, I'll tell you what, the yellow level for the Galaxy class,
Yeah.
there's a lot. So once you hit yellow, you're not stopping
Ooh.
for a while. So I was like, why was I not stopping? So once you get to yellow with the Galaxy class, you can take a lot of damage before you get down to the orange. And then of course the warp core breach, which did another damage to me, got me anyway. That was
those two criticals, man. I love
yeah.
those two criticals.
Yeah.
You
But
got
anyway.
one. You cured
yeah.
one.
But I'm really liking this game.
That's the only
This
question. That other
yeah.
critical you have, do you have to worry about that in the
no,
repairs?
you don't have to worry about those when you do repairs
Okay, cool.
in between camp.
Alright.
You only have to. You just assume it's repaired.
Okay,
You just
cool.
have to worry about repairing the hull damage on the ship.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Just
Yeah.
Quick question.
So, but anyway, really
is
like
great.
this game.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love this game.
Me too.
I love the dynamic. I love the non-combat stuff. But I also like combat, and combat can be deadly. You just saw
Oh, you just saw how deadly it could be.
how deadly it could be.
Oof.
And yeah, brutal.
But again, it's like, do I decide to go hostile
Early,
early,
which you have gotten
take the negative
minus-
2?
Then, but the thing is, if you would have done that, and let's say you do destroy my ship,
Yeah.
you can repair destroyed ships. Basically, you're replacing
Yeah,
the ship,
right.
but
I
it's more expensive to do so.
You probably get more.
But you would get 2 victory points.
Right.
So basically, that would offset the 2 that you lost. That would have prevented me from getting this middle objective where you could have flown out to try to get it.
Yep.
And then and that would have kept the game going a little bit longer. Where you could have tried to go after the Defiant.
Yep.
Or at that point, I probably would have run the Defiant away.
Well, yeah.
but
That'd be smart. Yeah.
But you could have
But,
gone and gotten another objective token
Right.
to make the margin of victory not as big.
So that's just something you have to take into account.
Yeah.
Because it is when you first read it and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna lose. No, I'm gonna wait. Just wait. Wait till I get on that tracker over there. That tracker,
Yeah.
I get it on my side. Then it's fine. I can
Yeah.
It flips over round 3. Fine. Okay. Good. Turn 3. Whatever it is.
So that's going to be an interesting thing as a Dominion player. Is like, when do you go hostile?
Right.
Is it worth taking the -2 victory points?
Yeah. Because
or do you want to wait?
I mean, you can wait.
You can
want
wait.
to wait. You do.
Oh yeah, Federation. I don't ever want to go hostile.
No.
I'm waiting for you to attack.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
It's benefit to the Federation player not to go hostile.
Yeah.
We just keep doing the missions, getting
Yeah.
victory points.
It's like, hi.
And Dominion player, it's like you want to do the mission too, but it's like, but you also want to attack.
Yes.
But it's like when to do it.
To win. Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. So hopefully, next mission will be. Well, it's going to be from what just a glance. We didn't look at it, but we know there's going to be away teams.
Yeah, we're going to be adding away teams.
So that
and
opens up a little
transporting.
more victory things for me.
And also,
And up to you too. I'm sure.
it gives him more options to get his strategic objectives, because a lot of Rob's strategic
I can only
objectives
get 2, by the way.
have to do with away teams and away teams doing attacks and capturing officers and stuff. So next mission could be interesting. And I think we might have something to do with like reinforcements too, mechanic,
Yeah, I think
which will be
there's
cool
something there.
potentially. So
But,
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So maybe they do that back and forth. They give it to make it one side.
Well, again, if you would have gotten your complication,
I know.
it's a heavy combat complication, Rob's complication, the Dominion
is,
one. If
yeah.
we would have gone, so it's just I'm just, we've only played one game,
Right.
one real game other than the learning mission.
So
but
we
man,
really can't
getting
tell
your
you.
complication for your faction is key.
It is.
It is key.
And it's not that easy either.
So you want to look for those tests where you can spend analyze to move the influence tracker. That is
Yeah.
very important during the overture.
Did you have analyzed to move yours?
Well, yeah, that's how it got to my side.
Yeah, I didn't get
Yeah.
a chance to get analyze on mine.
Oh, you did? You had chances, but you never rolled it.
Oh, that's right. The little science ship that
Yeah.
wanted to
You had chances to get it. You just never got the analyze on the test you were rolling
Right.
to move it. So
Yeah, I almost got that artifact. Oh,
Yeah.
which was the only one you couldn't get.
Yes. I just kept finding nebulas.
Yes.
But-
So the chosen
All right.
one cannot
Yeah.
be chosen.
All right, we've ran for long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this.
We did.
Yeah, be on
That's
the
why we're
lookout.
rambling so much.
Yes. Oh, I love this game already. It's probably going to be a few weeks before we get to round 2, because Rob and I will need to schedule another time to play the next mission. But I hope this will hold you guys over long enough. And don't forget about the giveaway. Subscribe and comment. Don't forget about these shirts if you're interested. And our channel partners, Admiral, Tater, and Baron of Dice.
Yes.
So, thank you for the game, Rob.
No, thank you. That was great. I'm glad you brought it.
Yes, I'm so excited for this. And thank you guys for watching. And until next time, take it easy.
So,